113,000 ancient messages discovered. Historians are shocked. For centuries, historians have searched the earth for clues about humanity's earliest civilizations. Every ancient artifact, whether a broken statue, a faded manuscript, or a buried city, has helped piece together the story of our past. But sometimes a discovery appears that is so massive and mysterious that it sends shockwaves through the academic world. That is exactly what happened when archaeologists uncovered more than 13,000 ancient messages hidden beneath layers of soil and forgotten by time. These messages, carved into tablets and fragments thousands of years ago, are now being studied by experts around the world. And the deeper historians look into them, the more incredible the story becomes. This discovery is not just another archaeological find. It is one of the largest collections of ancient written communication ever discovered, a library of voices from a civilization that lived long before modern history began. The moment of discovery. The discovery happened during an excavation at a site that archaeologists had long suspected might contain remains of an ancient settlement. For years, researchers had found small hints that people once lived there, pieces of pottery, ancient tools, and traces of buildings buried beneath the earth. But no one expected what they were about to uncover. While digging deeper into the ground, archaeologists began finding small clay tablets stacked and scattered in what appeared to be an ancient storage area. At first, they believed the tablets might be simple records or administrative documents. But as more tablets were uncovered, the scale of the discovery became clear. Dozens turned into hundreds, hundreds turned into thousands. By the end of the excavation phase, researchers had cataloged over 13,000 inscribed messages. For historians, this was like discovering an entire lost archive from the ancient world. A hidden library from the past. Experts now believe the tablets may have once belonged to a large administrative center, temple archive, or early library. Thousands of years ago, ancient civilizations often recorded important information on clay tablets. These tablets were engraved with symbols and writing while the clay was still soft. Once dried or baked in the sun, the writing became permanently preserved. Ironically, the destruction of ancient cities, often by fire, sometimes helped preserve these tablets. When buildings burned, the intense heat hardened the clay, protecting the messages for thousands of years. This may be exactly what happened here. The tablets appear to have been stored in large rooms or shelves, suggesting they were carefully organized long ago. Imagine walking into a room in the ancient world filled with thousands of clay records documenting daily life, trade, politics, and religion. Now imagine that room remaining untouched for thousands of years until archaeologists finally uncovered it. Messages from ordinary people. What makes this discovery especially fascinating is that many of the tablets appear to contain personal and everyday messages, not just official records. Most ancient texts that historians study today come from kings, rulers, or religious leaders, but this massive collection may reveal something much rarer: the voices of ordinary people. Some of the messages seem to include letters between family members, business deals between merchants, requests for supplies or payments, local government instructions, records of taxes or trade goods. These messages offer a glimpse into what daily life might have looked like thousands of years ago. For example, one tablet might record a merchant requesting grain from a neighboring city. Another might contain instructions for distributing food or livestock. Each message adds another piece to the puzzle of ancient society. The mystery of the writing. Decoding the messages is not a simple task. Many of the tablets appear to use ancient writing systems similar to early cuneiform, one of the oldest forms of human writing in history. This script was used by civilizations in regions like Mesopotamia thousands of years ago. Cuneiform was created by pressing wedge-shaped symbols into soft clay using a stylus. However, some of the tablets discovered in this archive contain unusual variations or unfamiliar symbols. This suggests the possibility that the messages were written in multiple languages or regional dialects. Linguists and historians are now working together to translate the inscriptions. Each symbol must be carefully analyzed and compared with known ancient scripts. Sometimes a single line of text can take weeks or months to fully understand, but the effort is worth it, because every translated message reveals another story from the ancient world. What the first translations reveal. Although the research is still in its early stages, some tablets have already been partially translated. These early interpretations suggest that the messages include trade records describing goods like grain, textiles, and livestock, administrative documents related to city management, religious texts describing rituals or offerings, messages between officials in different cities. One particularly intriguing message appears to reference a dispute over trade shipments between merchants. Another tablet records a list of goods that may have been delivered to a temple or government authority. These records show that ancient societies were far more organized and interconnected than many people realize. They had systems for trade, governance, religion, and communication, much like modern civilizations. Rewriting the history books. The discovery of 13,000 ancient messages has the potential to transform our understanding of early civilizations. Historians often struggle with limited evidence when studying ancient societies. Many cities disappeared thousands of years ago, leaving behind only fragments of their culture. But this archive provides something incredibly rare, a detailed record of daily life. With thousands of messages to study, researchers may soon learn how ancient trade networks operated, how governments managed cities and resources, how religious institutions influenced society, how people communicated across large regions. Some historians believe the discovery could reshape our understanding of ancient political systems and economic networks. In other words, it might change what we know about the origins of organized civilization. The technology helping decode the past. Modern technology is also playing a major role in studying the tablets. Researchers are using advanced tools such as 3D scanning to create digital models of the inscriptions, artificial intelligence to analyze patterns in the writing, high-resolution photography to reveal faded symbols, digital databases to compare texts with other ancient archives. These technologies allow experts to study the tablets without damaging them. They also help historians work faster and more accurately when translating the ancient messages. Some scientists believe that AI could eventually help decode large portions of the archive much quicker than traditional methods. A race against time. Despite the excitement surrounding the discovery, researchers are also facing challenges. Clay tablets are fragile, and exposure to air and humidity can damage them if they are not properly preserved. Conservation teams are carefully cleaning and stabilizing each artifact to ensure it survives for future study. At the same time, archaeologists are continuing to excavate the site. Many believe thousands more tablets could still be buried underground. If that is true, the archive may grow even larger in the coming years. Why discoveries like this matter? The discovery of these 13,000 ancient messages reminds us that history is still full of mysteries waiting to be uncovered. Every new artifact helps us understand how human civilization developed, from early farming communities to complex cities and global societies. But perhaps the most powerful aspect of this discovery is the reminder that people thousands of years ago were not so different from us today. They wrote messages, they conducted business, they worried about resources, trade, and politics. They communicated just like we do now. And through these ancient messages, their voices are finally being heard again. The story is only beginning. For historians and archaeologists, the discovery of this massive archive is just the start of a long journey. Translating and studying all 13,000 messages could take decades, but each new translation will bring us closer to understanding the world of the people who created them. Somewhere among those thousands of tablets may be stories of conflict, cooperation, innovation, and survival. Stories that have been hidden for thousands of years. Now, at last, they are beginning to emerge from the past.